Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. Good morning, Anne. How are you today? So nice to see you here. So, I will say the stuff that I always say. If you are brand new here, please like and follow Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs, and then all of my art printables and my artsy classes are available on AnneCorbiere-ScottDesigns.com. And then ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. That is, well, that's where all the cool kids hang. But it's, I will just tell you that it's the loveliest group of creatives that you'll ever meet. They're kind and encouraging and so creative. Like, you'll just have a million sources of inspiration. That's for sure. Good morning, Keels. Good morning, Maria. How are you? Nice to see you all. That's for sure. Okay, so I am So I said that we would do some card creating today because good gravy, I have so much card fodder collected, things that I've painted that I haven't created cards with yet. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on today. I'm going to start with some painting, like always. So let's see. I'm going to continue painting. I have these two pieces from the Joyce McCoy art printable that I want to create with. And so I'm going to just pull out my paints because this is kind of, you know. Oh my gosh, I miss you like mad, Maria. That's for sure. So this one, I don't have much to do to finish it off. So I think I'll probably work on this one, and then I want to finish the other one too. Let's see. Gonna fill my water brush with some water. Kind of feeling the water brush this morning. No particular reason, I just am. All right, so let's work on finishing this piece. I'm feeling like I need a little bit more of this. Maybe it was this one, ultramarine. Just going to work on deepening. This seems like this was the last thing I painted, was this blue, the ultramarine on these little berry kind of flowers. So I want to deepen that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so do you remember this? I was kind of fiddling with these two a bit. The I don't know. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. So I'm hoping that something happens today that makes me like it more. I do want to come into I need to do the outline of this posy right here. And I'm feeling like maybe a green. Let's see what olive green looks like there. I'm gonna try and paper is already, because I've had so much water on here, it's buckling quite a bit. So I will need to do a little bit of manipulating of my paper, breaking up those fibers. When my painting is all dry. Sometimes I stick it under something heavy for a couple hours. That usually flattens it out. You could tape it down to a hard board. Lots of people do that when they paint. I don't, and there's no particular reason why I don't. I guess I just don't. I don't know. Look at that. I stuck my, dang it, I was trying to be so careful, and I stuck my finger right in that blue. So let's finish up this green. And then I've got to do a little bit of repair work. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Right there in the yellow. Dang it. So let's get some water on there. Move that around a little bit. Find a clean spot. Tap that off. Tap off any excess blue that I might have on my brush. And kind of do that jiggy blend. Hopefully I can pull a bunch of that off. And then I've got some blue. Wipe off the excess. And then here's where I overshot it. So let's wet it and then tap it. Ooh, that's pretty good. Wet it again. See if we can get all of that off. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. There we go. So I was gonna tell you that yesterday I won a prize at Tai Chi. We do these exercises for balance, and I was the last girl standing. So I won this cool pen. Let me show you. From the sensei. Look at this. How cool is this? It has his name and phone number on here. So so it's a pen, right? See if I can remember all the things. It's a ruler and a ruler, right? So centimeters and inches. And then watch. You pull the end off and look. It's a Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. Cool, right? And then I don't know, I'm sure there are other things, and I just like this hook thing is probably something, but I don't remember what he said. Anyway, I'm sure I'll find out as time goes on. But I was just proud of myself. I'm the newest member and I won a prize. So fun. So fun. Okay, let's see. So let's get back to painting. What else I do have to talk to you about, and that's funny because I'm kind of not, I don't think of myself as a balancy person, but I used to have really good balance. So maybe my muscle memory was doing a good job yesterday. I really like it though. Because you kind of just have to rely on you and your body. Do you know what I mean? And there is just this sense of peace when you're doing it. There we go. I feel like I want to paint the background of this. Like I'm feeling, I don't know, not exactly sure where I want to go with the background. I just know that I want something else going on. So I'm feeling like, let's do, I don't know if you can see that. Pull pull some of this purple into my palette. There we go. I'm going to just do the dots in the, I need to be careful. Don't touch any parts of the card. Do the dots in the, see, that blue's too, I got too impatient. I just need to set that aside. I'll set this aside and we'll talk about other things. Okay, so this Saturday is Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles. But I really wanted to talk about, so, and it's figs, and I'm just super proud of this one. I always try to do like the main art, and then I try really hard to do some secondary art, right? So I do like a faux washi tape, and I do some hand lettered verses or quotes, and then some supplementary pieces of art. And so I was really feeling like when I taught in person, there were oftentimes people who took both classes so they could have both wordsmith art and Let's Get Artsy with Our Bible. And here's why. Because my artwork is usually, I would say almost always can be transferred into a non-secular piece of, a non-secular substrate, like a dictionary or your art journal. You can do it in whatever you want. And so I've been fiddling around in my head with the concept of combining these classes or showing samples of the artwork in both substrates, in the dictionary for wordsmith art and in the Bible for Bible journaling. So anyway, that was kind of my thought process, and I'm still kind of trying to work out the details of that. But just know that you can take either class and put that artwork in either thing, right? You can put wordsmith art in your Bible. You can put Bible journaling art in your dictionary. So this month we're playing with figs, which I think are just such a beautiful fruit, and they are what a fun thing! What a fun thing to paint. I will just like the purples and the beautiful vermilion. I just had myself a time. Anyway, so for this version, I did it in my Bible, and I did it right on the page. I just love a painted page in my Bible, but I love a painted page in my dictionary too. And then I did the verse as a tip-in on a piece of acetate. So we'll be playing with that in class on Saturday. Registration is still open, so you can join anytime. My classes are only $20 a piece, and you get me for 2 hours and then some. You get me for 2 hours, and then we have, because each class is held in a private Facebook group, our conversing goes on and on and on. Anyway, so that's that. And then I wanted to do mail call today because I got so much cool mail this week. So I got this card from one of my design team members, Donna, and she got, why do you think she got that? Come on, how cute is she? And she talks about how, oh my gosh, and look at the envelope, is just as beautiful. Look at, this is embossed. And then I think that it's embossed, and then she's taken a piece of pattern paper, die cut the same thing, and then inlaid it. How beautiful is that? And look at these stamps I have for my stamps I have for my art journal. Stop it. I know, everybody knows I just love me some Frida Maria. And so she's all over my house. Anyway, so then Donna just talks about how she knew I love Frida. And so I just thought it was fabulous. Isn't it gorgeous? And her coloring is so spot on. Anyway, okay, so that was one piece of mail I got this week. And then this, and I love a cute envelope just as much as I love a cute card. And so look at this one. So this one is from my friend Tammy, and she loves Doodlebug. Look at, she's got these cute Doodlebug scissors right here. And then she's got this cute Doodlebug, You Make Me Happy, washi tape. And then she used the Patricia art printable, and look at her. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Her execution is gorgeous. And then there are pieces of wood grain behind this piece, and they are from the Tammy art printable. So I just thought that was lovely, and she's got this great, her sentiment is just a banner that comes from the side. I just love that. And I'm just going to tell you, this art printable, she printed on copy paper and painted it. So just know you can do anything with them. You don't have to have top of the line supplies. You don't have to have, you just use what you've got and you can still create something amazing. Anyway, lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you, thank you. I felt so special. And then I got a package in the mail from my friend Sharon from Nebraska, and she sent, look at this. She sent a letter. How cool is that? I love that. And then look at this. She signed her artwork. So think about that when you're creating a card. How cool is that? She signed it. So, anyway, look at this beautiful. It's lovely, isn't it? And I think this one might be printed just on regular cardstock. And she did some watercolor and then colored pencil. Look at that. And then she also sent, she's so funny. She said, I'm not technologically, that I'm technologically challenged. So she didn't know how to take a picture and text it to me or put it in the group. So she took pictures. Look at this. She took pictures of her Bible journaling, printed them, and sent them to me. How cute is that? I just love it. So look, here's the globe that we did a few months ago. Here's another shot. How cool is that? And she wanted me to make sure that I noticed that she does a lot of work on the back side of her tip-in, which I thought was beautiful. So look at, here's the crown and the faux washi, right? And then there's the supplemental pieces. But then look, she did some journaling on the back side of the crown. Brilliant, right? I thought that was amazing. Here's the tree that we did. Remember, we did Be Careful with Your Words. And then look at this piece that she put on this side. Look at all that texture. I'm just madly in love with that. And that looks like a die cut. And then here's the stones that we did. Remember, we did that God is my rock. And she's got some, look at here, she's got some metallic copper and like a metallic turquoisey blue. Lovely. Here's the beehive that we did. And look at that. I'm telling you, her watercolor with her colored pencils on top. Amazing. Amazing. And here's a couple others that she's done. These are not my artwork. These are just other pieces that she's done. I love that. So 2 scoops, please. So cute. Ice cream cone. And then this one is Don't Let That Day Catch You. Watch out. So these are all, thank you Sharon so much for all of these gorgeous photos. I will share them again during Bible journaling on Saturday. But now, so it was a rainfall of good mail for me this week. I wanted to do a little bit of card assembly. So while I'm waiting, because my paint's still wet, I'm gonna do a couple of little so Tammy sent this card, and Sharon sent the photos and the letter and this card. Gorgeous. Okay, so let's do some card assembly. So I have some pomegranates from the caramel piece that I think I'm going to, I cut some mats out of this aubergine cardstock, and I just kept it pretty simple this time. I just like a clean edge, and so there we go. One more. And you know, I like to do these kind of, I really wanted to play up these, kind of the aubergine that's in here. And I liked that I painted the background. I really like that. And I really like that it's super painterly, right? That it's really watery. I'm digging that. And so I'm gonna adhere this here. And then I don't know exactly where I want to go with this. I do have a couple of this. I remember this art printable. I had kind of a bunch of sentiments because I couldn't decide. And so I have to figure out which one I want to use on here. And then I need to figure out if I want to paint it, if I want to cut it like a banner. I'm not sure. But if you have an opinion, you just let me know. So I have Hello, My Lovely Friend, Give Yourself Grace, and It's a Sweet Life. I thought those were all pretty good. Okay. And then I need to think about, oops. I knew I wanted this one to, I made, oops. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay, this one I knew I wanted to break up the monotony of the normal A2 fold. And so I cut my 8.5 by 11 in 2 strips this way. And then I wanted this one to be kind of a horizontal piece, so there we go. Okay, so now I need to add my sentiment. Do I want it there or there? Do I want it here? I don't know. I never put stuff in the upper right very often. I always go down here. I don't know why. It's just aesthetically pleasing, isn't it? So, but I felt like it needed something more. I don't know. I feel like it needs something black. And so I was gonna splatter it, but then I thought, no, maybe I'll just do some doodads on there. So let's see. Here or here? You guys decide. Hi, Lucy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. You guys decide and I'll grab my bag of doodads. Let's see, something black. I'm feeling it. And maybe something shiny because this is so matte. You know what I mean? So I have some black sequins there. I know, I always go down here keely. So I feel like maybe I need to just change it up a little bit. Trim that. And then cut my little notch. And I like to do that by snipping down the center and then going from corner to the base of that snip and corner to the base of that snip. Then I always get a really nice banner. Okay, what do you think of that? Kind of digging it. And then, but I'm not going to adhere anything just yet. And now I'm going to take this little fabulous tray and this fabulous doodabber that Tessa got me. That seems like needs something more, doesn't it? Like maybe I need 5 of these. Maybe one of the great big ones. See what happens there. That looks too symmetrical. Maybe 2 beside each other. Kind of liking that. What do you think? This one needs to move, I think. Stuck to me. I know, Nance. I think, but thank you for making me do something different. I just needed to change it up a little bit. You know. So, let's see. What do you think? Do you think that's too much? Like, are they too, is the black too stark on there, maybe? Let's see if I have anything else that would kind of enhance in a different way. Well, I have these, and these are kind of interesting. They're, I don't even know what the name of them is, but they're kind of a frosty, like how these droplets are clear and super shiny. These are matte. That might be cuter. Let's see. So everybody kind of remember what this looks like. And let's pull those off. Usually, if I'm just creating, not on camera, I will snap a picture. I will snap a picture with my phone. So then, number one, I remember where my placement is. And number two, you see things a little bit differently on your phone. I don't know why it's exactly, but you do. Okay, I'm just putting these on to kind of see where we're at. Okay, what do you think of those? Kind of the same amount, kind of the same layout. Do you think it's not enough contrast? I like the contrast of this white on here. I like that. So I think I'm gonna go with that. But now I'm feeling like, what if I did a little bit of black splatter, not much, just a little, and then I do then I'll have kind of so I'm gonna use a bigger brush. I'm gonna find a clean spot. Ha 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 ha. Maybe I need a new palette. Get some water in there. Get my brush wet. Get some black. They do get lost, so that's why I'm wondering, Nance, if I do some black splatter, if that will give me the pop that I'm looking for, and then I could use the frosty ones. Let's see. Like, that's kind of going where I kind of wanted it to go. Okay. Like, that's where I was kind of going. So let's wipe up our paint that's on our table. Goodness. Okay, and now I'm gonna dry that. And now I don't know if it even needs doodads, but I thought that maybe it could use that little bit of dark and a little bit of light. So if I have a little bit of dark with the paint splatter, and then I have a little bit of light, but with the frosted ones where it's more subtle, I'm feeling like that might work. You know, those two might work well together. And because my paint was kind of watered down, this is drying kind of a dull black, kind of a couple values lower than like straight from the pan. So I'm feeling like it keeps the vibe of the painting, right? It keeps the because the painting is quite muted, that but still vibrant, right? And that the black isn't competing with it. Do you know what I mean? It's just enhancing it. I'm feeling like that's okay. Now let's try some of these now and see. Whoop. If you can see them a little better, if they okay, what do you think now? Kind of digging that. Everybody take a drink and then we can ponder. So what if we do that? and then that. I'm feeling like that is where it's at. So I'm going to adhere the sentiment, and then you guys tell me what you think about the doodads, the frosty doodads. What's your opinion? Oh, I can't wait to play with, you know, when a friend comes over, I'm telling you, when you get together with a friend, always bring a little bit of plate of white cardstock or watercolor paper or whatever your kind of your, I just do white cardstock most often. So I bring white cardstock and I try to bring a couple of sheets of watercolor paper. And here's why. When you are playing artsy stuff with a friend, they always have something different than what you have, right? So look at this. Tessa had this slimline, look at it. Oh, slimline embossing folder, and it's a basket weave. It's by Whimsy Stamps, I believe. And I was just in love with it. So I just cut up some cardstock and then just created a bunch of them, like maybe 5. So I just have them in my arsenal for card building, right? I just thought that was amazing. Okay, so let's start to adhere these. Oh no. We could be running low on. I thought about that, Nancy. I thought about that, but now I feel like it's because then it would still be matte, but I've already got the black here, so I just want to have another element. You know what I mean? Something's amiss with my I need to poke a hole in this. I think I have a paper clip. Got to do a little surgery. Anybody else have to do this? Do a little surgery on your... There we go. Let's not do that on our card. There we go. Perfect. Look at, I got that cute tool out and I'm not even using it. Dumb. I'm not ambidextrous. Why am I thinking I should be? Let's lift this one up. Tap a little bit of glue. Perfect. Lift this one up. Tap a little glue. Perfect. One more. Perfect. Oh, I'm loving it. It's looking so much like kind of what I wanted. Do you know what I mean? While we're at it, let's do a little surgery on this tube of glue. something. There we go. Okay. Hey, Janelle. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm loving this one with the caramel art printable. And I have another caramel art printable that I want to make a card with. And it is the Slimline. And I feel like this one needs something else. So anybody have any, should we do some black splatter on this? Should we leave it as is? I really liked the green background that we had with the other one. But we've got lots of foliage here, so I don't know. Ooh, I'm dying to see. I'm dying to see Keely. Oh, I'm so sorry the camera on your phone died. Don't you just realize how much you depend on it when you can't use it? Ooh, light blue. Good idea, Kills. Good idea. All right, so let's mix up some light blue. The bigger brush. So I want that nice watery wash. Okay, maybe I'll use this one, this black silver, because I have not played with it yet. Oh, you know what? No, let's use our water brush. Okay, let's make sure it's cleaned off. All right, let's do, you know what? I kind of like mixing this turquoisey blue with this ultramarine. I really like the combination of those two together, and then the more water I add to it, this lower value I'll have. So I'll have a nice, you know what I love? And I love that I die cut this already, and I used that die from Memory Box, and now I don't remember the name of it again, but I love that it's I love to paint over the die cut edge, because I like when the paint kind of seeps in to the stitched edge, because it makes like it looks kind of quilty a little bit. Kind of digging that. Yep, I think you're right, Keels. Look at this beautiful blue is just making everything else pop. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the suggestion. And I'm trying to keep with the theme of, move those sentiments. With the theme of, I want it quite painterly. So I'm not being super precise. I am leaving a little bit of white every now and again, because I like how this is so painterly, right? This pomegranate skin, that I want and the fruit inside, the seeds inside, I want it to all feel that same vibe. So I'm just jiggy-jaggy applying some paint. Isn't that beautiful? Good color choice, Keels. Thank you, thank you. You know, when you're just looking at your own stuff forever and a day, and you know you want to do something, but you're kind of at a loss, it pays to have artsy friends. See why you need to join that group? We're all so kind to each other, and helpful, and creative, and encouraging. I love it. I love it. And I want a little bit of highs and lows of color, so I'm trying to get some a little bit deeper, some a little bit lighter as I go along. There we go. A bit of blue right there. So pretty. I just love that painterly vibe, you know. And like I told you, I love painting over the die cut edge. I just love that. Oh, feather the, oh, sorry, Keels, I just read that. Feather the light blue, well, I didn't do that. Sorry, I read it too late. Hey, Denise, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we are doing some card assembly with a bunch of my pre-painted art printables today. I have, because I paint so many during the pop-in paint party, then I have all of these, then I need to make them all into cards, and so I wish I could make myself do it every week. I'm working on that, because then I would have this sense of accomplishment, you know? Oh my gosh, you just join whenever you can. Whenever you can. I totally get that. Everybody has busy lives. I'm so grateful for people taking time out of their busy lives to just come and get artsy with me. I love it. So this piece I cut big. So this particular, well, there's many sizes in this die cut, the slimline die cut that I'm using, but I wanted the card front to be edge to edge art. I didn't want any mats on this one. Sometimes I do that just because it's a fun challenge, and I don't know, it's a different look, you know. So while this is warm, I'm going to break those fibers down in that watercolor paper, right? I'm going to run my finger along the back there, and that's going to break up some of those fibers too. And by doing that, it'll lay flatter. Hi, Maureen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so now, okay, so I have a big card base that I cut. That is not it. It's right here somewhere. Nope. No, that. I cut one just the right size, and now I'm searching for it. Maybe I set it someplace else. Oh well, I'm going to set this one aside and we can assemble this card. So this one I painted, about 4,000 years ago. This is the Tessa art printable, and it is the Columbine, because she's our Colorado girl. And I cut a mat in this kind of similar blue, but it's cardstock that has dots, like dotted Swiss. I think this is old basil cardstock, and I just liked that it had that little bit of texture, and then I just cut a stitched rectangle die mat. So let's adhere that. there, there. I just think it's fun to, I don't know about you, but I find myself, like making cards in stages, right? So I feel like I can paint for a while and then assemble cards or cut mats, kind of play with the colors of mats. Sometimes I just pick white, sometimes I just pick black, sometimes I pick a color that will enhance the card front. So here I have another one of those, this second card base that I cut from one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I scored it, but now I want to crease it with my bone folder. And sometimes I like to bend it backwards the other way, and then I get a nicer, there we go. Now, so now, do I want it to open toward the side also? Maybe so. Kind of liking that, just that little bit of something different this morning. So let's do that. So has anybody else done Tai Chi? I am really liking it. Carmen and I are just having ourselves a time. And I learned a little bit of the history of Tai Chi, which was kind of interesting. Oh, I've got a lot of these stacked up. That, sorry, I have to concentrate. There we go. And then here's our sentiment. So I did save the scraps because I thought I might want to adhere. Yep, I think I totally want to adhere that to that. So Nancy, it is fascinating. It is fascinating. There's so much I didn't know. You know, I just, you know, I love to try everything. And so Carmen said, hey, my church has Tai Chi right now. And I said, oh, okay. So we signed up immediately. And I'm loving it. And it's all about, like, working on your balance and your coordination and your flexibility and just that peaceful, just a peaceful mindset. So if you get the chance, give it a try. I'm really liking it. This is going to fit perfectly that way. I really am. And I'm just going to trim this. There or there. Should we go right back to Old Faithful in the corner? Probably. Look, I just realized that the centers aren't painted. So let's do that. Let's paint those. I'm thinking I'm going to use this I know, Old Faithful, you're right. You're right, Nance. So I'm going to put some yellow on here. Number one, because I believe that the centers are yellow in a columbine. Number two, nice contrast. Nice contrast. So I'm going to let that soak in a little bit. Maybe pull some of it off. Remember that your brush can kind of act as a sponge, right? You can just pull, it will just soak up a bunch of that paint if you feel like you have a little bit too much. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I feel like I want to find a thin brush and tap a little bit of this same paint. So I'm just doing my shading with the same color. Just, I'm doing it on one side of these little berries or whatever they are in the center of the flowers. Just doing one side. So we just have a little bit of dimension. 4 minutes? How is that possible, Keely? I'm gonna do some yellow very subtly on these little stamen or whatever they are. I don't know the technical terms, but I know I love flowers. Oh my gosh, I'm loving the addition of this little tiny, tiny bit of yellow on here. I'm loving that. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. That little bit of yellow in the petals. It's making me so happy. Okay, now I'm gonna do my sentiment. I do try to keep them flat. Sometimes I can't help myself. Because you know, if it has the little bit of dimension, the post office is going to say you need more postage on there. Not that I'm opposed to supporting the post office. I want them around, that's for sure. Oh, I love that. I love the clean simplicity of that. So let's dry that. What else do I have that I wanted to share with you? Oh. Well, let's set this one aside to dry. Because I do have this one to adhere to its base. And I don't know what I want to do in addition to what I've already got here. See what I mean? I do feel like I kind of do them in stages. Like I need to assemble it and then ponder a little bit and then assemble it and ponder a little bit. It's rare that I, as a card maker, know from beginning to end what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like each one is a little bit of a different part of my brain. Right? So, remember I said I want edge to edge art. Look at that. Oh, I just love it. I just love it, love it, love it. So I need to put a sentiment on here. And I had some sentiments around here somewhere. Oh, who knows? I got kind of a great big mess going on here. Maybe I'll just let that one sit for a bit. I also have this one that I painted a while ago from the Melissa, and this one, I think each one has its own personality too. I do. Melody, welcome, welcome, welcome. I agree. So this is from my Melissa art printable, and if you want to see how I did what I did, you can go back and watch I will try and find the exact pop-in paint party where I painted this one. But I painted it, and then I deepened some of the little segments in the oranges and the grapefruit and the limes and the lemons, and then I did some glossy accents on top, and then I painted the background, I believe, and then I did some stencil work. And can I just tell you, I am loving the stencils. I am just loving incorporating those into my backgrounds. So let's get this card base ready for some artwork. We'll adhere this to here. Oh, look how pretty that is. I like when it has, sometimes I really like when the background has, or excuse me, the artwork has just like this skinny little white mat peeking out. I really like that because it's just like this perfect little frame. And I die cut this one with a different stitched slimline die, because the stitches are bigger on this one than they are on some of the others that I've used. I have a whole collection. I have a whole collection. Oh, I did want to talk about, before I go away, I did want to talk about, ding dang dang it, if you are a member of my Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott private Facebook group, I often have something free, and this was one of them. It was a thank you card, and it's thank you freebie, and it's in my file section in my Let's Get Artsy with Anne pop-in paint party. Or excuse me, Let's Get Artsy with Anne private Facebook group. So I meant to make a card out of this today, but I will, like on Tuesday, or I will put it on, I will post it on social media. But just know that every now and again I put a little something in there because I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for all of you and your support. It just means the world to me. Anyway, so just know that's in there. So there we go. Look at that. Oh, I'm loving that. I don't feel like I need to have any doodads or anything because I have these shiny bits here. I feel like this one might just need a sentiment, and that's all, you know? So how am I on time? Oh, I'm over. Big surprise. And I didn't get to do anything with this piece of artwork from the Joyce McCoy art printable, or this piece from the Joyce McCoy art printable, or finish my slim lines. Oh, I have another piece from Joyce McCoy. I have these slimline pieces from Aunt Marie. You know, there's just all kinds of them. Anywho, I will say thank you, and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that you come and that you just, for your friendship, that we just continue to share and have ourselves a time every Tuesday and Thursday. I will see you Saturday in Let's Get Artsy with Our Bible. Remember, you can do that in whatever substrate you choose. If you want to do it in your art journal, if you want to do it in your Bible, if you want to do it in your dictionary, anything is fine. I just want you to come and make art with me. I adore you all. Thanks so much. Bye.